Right, welcome. I'm trying something else because I've got a microphone underneath the jumper today, so I don't actually know how the audio is going to be. But this is part 4, I think, of the £700 Mx5 project. We're now moving on to the other arch. This is basically what I've done so far is I have basically cut around everything, trying to get it all in. We've then got all the panel done properly. We're of course cutting all of that. But what we're trying to do at the moment is we've now got all the other side is now, well, it's got a layer of primer on it. It's not 100%. Of course, we are going to paint it properly in a proper spray booth and get everything done properly. That's not going to be for a while. I just kind of want to drive it and enjoy it a bit before it goes. We are also going to be, which is going to be an interesting couple of videos, we're going to be teaching someone how to drive in the Mx5 as their first car, which is not always the best idea, but it's going to happen and it's going to be quite funny, hopefully. But yeah, let's get straight into getting this rear wing in, because once this is in, it is ready for MOT. That's it, it's done. Till it paintwork and some other issues magically happen. So let's get straight into this, shall we? Basically, what I'm doing at the moment is I'm trying to get all of this to line up, and it's easier to basically get this panel in like this, basically, and have it. It's basically easier to get it on and then cut around it than it is to get the actual metal to trim to the size of the car. So that's what I'm doing, is basically getting it as close to as I can without going over, otherwise that's a pain. But yeah, what I'm trying to do is get it as close to and then just cut around the excess and cut and weld it back on, which works out quite well, and it normally is quite good, works well that way. But fingers crossed, because we don't know. So basically what I'm doing at the moment is I'm trying to get all of this to line up, and it's easier to basically get this panel in like this, basically, and have it. It's basically easier to get it on and then cut around it than it is to get the actual metal to trim to the size of the car. So that's what I'm doing, is basically getting it as close to as I can without going over, otherwise that's a pain. But yeah, what I'm trying to do is get it as close to and then just cut around the excess and cut and weld it back on, which works out quite well, and it normally is quite good, works well that way. But fingers crossed, because we don't know. So basically what I'm trying to do is get the actual panel, see, like that, it's fairly lined up. I just need to do a little bit of trimming, of course. Get it lined up properly on the car, and I'll fasten it down and then cut around the outside and have it lined up properly that way. That way I can literally just clamp this metal panel in and then just do some spot welds to keep it in, and it'll be getting there. Fingers crossed. So basically I need to just have it clamped in like that, right up to the marks, so that I know where I need to cut it and give or take. The easiest way really is the line going through the middle there, is because this line is a line. It goes all the way down the side of the car. So you can see, tell from just from that distance that the door's been taken off and put back on. Because this gap's quite big, but easiest way is to line them up with a fold in the metal. And then yeah, once that's in, it should be alright. This is basically where we're at right now. This is what I was saying about basically you want them clamping it all the way in. And this is what I was saying about trimming, because I didn't realise actually that when that was lined up and I've basically trimmed too much off. So basically what it means is now that when I've cut that in, I need to cut a small bit of metal, same size, put it in there, or I just cover it with filler. That'll be alright. But yeah, it's not bad. It's basically what I need to do next is basically grab the angle grinder, just cut all the way around. The only issues we've got, because it's cold metal, with quite a bit of a gap. It's basically be important just to push that in when I cut it. And that would mean it'll fit up nicely. But yeah. Okay. So this is what we've done so far. We've accidentally cut into the panel, completely by accident, didn't mean to. But it's what we've done, basically cut all around the panel. So now I've got an outline, which I know that if I cut that line, only issue is here, we went a bit out, which is not too bad of a problem. We basically will have to build that with some filler and some welds. Or I can weld a bit of metal behind it, which is a pain in the arse, and do it that way, which I don't really want to do. But I basically try and get the panel to line up as close to that as I can, and then just weld it. And then yeah, down here, trim that, which will grind this all out because it's a bit rusty still down here. But yeah, it's getting there. Ooh, ow. And with that, that's how careful you've got to be. I've literally just sliced my finger open there. That's how sharp this is. Should be wearing gloves, but I'm not. Don't tell my mum. But yeah, this bit I need to sort out because that's quite bad. But I think what we'll do is just trim it up, and then we might actually be able to get away with that, but probably put a bit of metal in there, weld it up, use some rust preventer, and it should be okay. Fingers crossed once again. But yeah. Alright, let's cut that out and let's weld it up. But for all knows, it could just be another day and this is done because once again I've got my microphone underneath my jumper and I'm basically trying to see how that works so it's not in the way / catches fire. But yeah, if you're wondering why I'm not filming any of the cutting, it's because it just creates a whole load of dust and I don't really want it over my nice camera, new camera anyway, which cost me a lot of money. But oh well. Okay, so I was saying the other day that we're going to continue this on another day. All I've done is done some angle grinding so far since I last saw the video. So what we've got now, we've got the panel in. It's not in, it's literally just being held in by some pliers, whatever the bloody hell they're called, I forgot what they're called. The only issue we've got at the moment is there is quite a big gap here, which I'm guessing is a bit annoying. However, what I'm going to have to do is basically put a tack in a corner, bend it up, tack, bend it, tack. And once it's all done, it's all alright, but it's a bit of a pain in the arse. And you can see where I cut a bit too big here, but oh well, this is all perfect. Down here, tap that in there, but a couple tacks in, tacks around the outside, be fine. But yeah, now we're getting to the point, we're going to be welding this in now, which is going to be good. So let's get straight into welding. So this is basically where we're at the moment. We've got the majority of it welded in. There's a few little bits we need to do, but basically what I'm trying to do now is let it all cool down, because things when it comes to welding, and I'm not a welder, but it's what from what I've seen and what I've been told, when the metal gets too hot, it just basically becomes crap. So it'll just start blasting through the welds, which I've done in a few spots. So what I'm doing is letting it cool down now, and once it's cooled down, I'll then get back to it, continuing it on. So yeah, it's getting there. We've got to try and do it well, because we've got the MOT on Monday, meaning we can get this road legal, which is going to be a lot of fun. I don't know if there's got a limited slip diff in this. I don't know if we can take it sideways, but damn sure we're going to give it a good try. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure if we know what we're going to do with it yet. I think the plan is to get rid of this car behind me, use this as a daily for a while, wait till my other Mx5, which has been on the channel but hasn't been on for a while because it's getting a lot of work done to it, and then we're going to get rid of this. I don't know how we're going to get rid of it. We're going to do something, but I don't know yet. And yeah, let's get back into welding. A bit more's happened since I've now done a lot more welding in. I've basically sanded some bits down as well, just to basically see if there's any bits I missed. For example, like here, you can see I missed a bit. But yeah, basically, current moment we're at now is it's starting to rain a bit, which isn't ideal when you're welding. And secondly, the gas regulator on the welder just isn't letting me get the gas that I need to come through and go into the panel, which is not ideal. So what I'm having to do is run back to Halfords. They've got a gas regulator which should work, hopefully. Fingers crossed once again. And we're going to try and get that working, finish the welding, hopefully put a skimmer filler in today. Hopefully. But I don't know. Okay. Yeah. That's how life's going right now. Everything's getting fucked. Except for me. Oh well. Right. Well, I want to thank you very much for watching this video. We're coming out with... Basically what happened is I had another video planned, but I deleted it by accident. Not realising that I deleted it by accident. So yeah. Part 3 is actually part 4, but oh well. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you do enjoy, and we're going to get right on with the next one.